You're watching the Tarot Companion, a space for calm and reflective tarot learning. You may be sensing a particular kind of energy moving through this year, a feeling of momentum, of restlessness, of something wanting to begin, even if the shape of it isn't fully clear yet. In 2026, this quality of movement is often described as fire horse energy. It's associated with courage, independence, and forward motion, not a slow, cautious unfolding, but a pull toward action and experience. When we look at this kind of energy through tarot, certain archetypes rise naturally to the surface, not as predictions, but as mirrors, ways of understanding how to move, how to respond, and how to stay aligned when momentum increases. One of the clearest tarot reflections of fire horse energy is the Fool. The Fool represents the beginning of a journey before certainty exists. There is no detailed plan here, no guarantees. What the Fool carries instead is willingness, trust in movement itself. Fire horse energy often asks for a leap before all the answers are known. The Fool understands this instinctively. It doesn't wait for perfect conditions. It responds to the feeling that staying still is no longer possible. This card reminds us that beginnings don't always arrive gently. Sometimes they arrive as a quiet inner nudge that says, now, and the only real question is whether we listen. As movement builds, another archetype begins to emerge. The Knight of Wands. Where the Fool begins the journey, the Knight of Wands is already in motion. This is fire that is caught. The Knight of Wands reflects passion, inspiration, and urgency. It moves quickly, driven by instinct and desire rather than careful calculation. Fire horse energy shares this quality. It doesn't like stagnation. It responds to possibility, excitement, and the promise of change. But this card also carries an important awareness. Fire can inspire, but it can also scatter. The Knight of Wands asks us to notice why we're moving. Is it because something truly calls to us, or because stillness feels uncomfortable? In a year shaped by momentum, this archetype reminds us that speed without intention can lead to burnout. Movement is powerful, but direction matters. To balance this intensity, tarot offers a quieter, steadier archetype, strength. Strength is often misunderstood as force or dominance, but that's not its message. This card represents inner regulation, the ability to hold powerful energy without suppressing it or being overwhelmed by it. Fire horse energy can feel intense at times. Strength teaches us how to stay present with that intensity, how to guide it gently rather than trying to control it. There is patience here, emotional awareness, a deep trust in calm authority rather than reaction. Strength reminds us that true power doesn't rush. It listens. It responds thoughtfully, even when energy around us feels fast or demanding. Another tarot archetype that aligns naturally with fire horse qualities is the Sun. The Sun represents vitality, clarity, and openness. It brings warmth rather than pressure, confidence rather than force. This card reflects the aspect of fire horse energy that encourages visibility, being seen, stepping forward honestly without shrinking or hiding. In this context, the Sun reminds us that authenticity matters more than perfection. That clarity comes from presence, not overthinking. Fire horse energy often brings opportunities to express ourselves more fully. The Sun supports this by encouraging joy, confidence, and simple truth. It doesn't question whether it deserves to shine. It just does. To bring all of this movement together, tarot offers the Chariot. The Chariot represents directed momentum, not chaotic motion, but intentional progress. In a year where energy may feel strong and fast-moving, This archetype asks a crucial question. Who is guiding the movement? The Chariot holds opposing forces and moves forward through alignment rather than pressure. It reflects the ability to choose a direction and stay with it, even when distractions appear. Firehorse energy doesn't like standing still, but the Chariot reminds us that purposeful movement is more sustainable than constant motion. Together, these tarot archetypes form a clear picture. Firehorse energy, reflected through tarot, is not about predicting what will happen. It's about understanding how to move when momentum increases. The Fool invites beginnings. The Knight of Wands invites passion. Strength invites steadiness. The Sun invites clarity. The Chariot invites direction. None of these cards promise certainty. Instead, they offer guidance on how to remain aligned when life asks for courage, movement, and presence. As you move through 2026, you might notice which of these archetypes feels closest to where you are now. Are you standing at the edge of something new? Already in motion? Seeking balance? Looking for clarity? Tarot doesn't tell us what to do. It helps us understand how to meet what's already unfolding. And when energy feels fiery, fast, and forward-moving, awareness becomes the most valuable companion we have. You may wish to sit with the card that stood out to you most. Sometimes, noticing is enough to begin.